This is Win News.
Tonight, claims against Peter Slipper back in court. A winter warning as 2 fires raze buildings. And the decline of southeast Queensland's dairy farms. Good evening, I'm Paul Taylor. Due to a technical problem, tonight's Win News Bulletin will be a combined regional service. Firstly, the sexual harassment case against the federal speaker returned to the courts today. Up to 14 lawyers representing Peter Slipper and James Ashby presenting arguments to a court in Sydney.
Peter Slipper's legal team argued the sexual harassment case against the embattled speaker should be dismissed, claiming the accusations had been designed to ruin Mr Slipper's career. Lawyers for Peter Slipper also argued Mr Ashby deliberately picked a legal firm notorious for using the media to gain attention on cases.
No comment on the case.
Mr Ashby's lawyers told the court Slipper's former staffer also had an obligation to expose alleged travel frauds and was protected by an implied right of political communication. The Federal Police have referred an investigation on cab charges to the Director of Public Prosecutions. The member for Fisher spent the day at Parliament House in Canberra, meeting with the Zimbabwean Prime Minister. Justice Stephen Reyes set aside 1 day to hear the argument by the government and Mr Slipper as to why the harassment case should be permanently stayed. Late this afternoon, just one witness had taken to the stand. Catherine Mann, a federal government solicitor, questioned about text messages between a journalist and James Ashby. Justice Reyes has previously stated he wishes the matter to go back to mediation. Jessica Millward, Win News.
Police are urging southeast Queenslanders to help as they continue to search for Toowoomba man Ian Hannaford as part of their investigation into the disappearance of a Warwick woman. No new information surfaced over the weekend on Mr Hannaford's whereabouts. Police say he is possibly interstate. Warwick grandmother Gail Lynch has been missing for almost 3 weeks. Family and friends have started a Facebook page in an attempt to help find her. The murder investigation has stalled as police gather information. Water Police will tomorrow search further areas of the Condamine River looking for Ms Lynch. Anyone who has seen Ian Hannaford is urged to call Crime Stoppers. The state's road toll continues to rise. Overnight, 1 man died and another was seriously injured after 2 cars crashed head-on in the Lockyer Valley, halfway between Brisbane and Toowoomba.
At about 6:45 last night, tragedy struck on a quiet street in Brightview. A 40-year-old man is dead and a 25-year-old man is in a serious condition after their cars crashed on Thallon Road. Firefighters at the scene said it was a high-impact crash.
Yeah, there's significant damage to both vehicles.
The Brightview man died at the scene. It's believed he was thrown from his vehicle during impact.
The deceased person was actually out of the vehicle when we arrived, and the other occupant of the other vehicle was encapsulated, so we had to release him.
When cut out of his vehicle, firefighters said the Kensington Grove man was awake and talking to them before being flown to Brisbane's PA Hospital, where he remains in a serious condition. It's believed the 2 cars crashed head-on, causing chaos on a quiet country street.
It's just on the downside from the crest of the hill. At this stage, the police accident investigation guys are still working out the cause of the accident.
The Forensic Crash Unit will investigate the cause. Sophie Tetzlaff, Win News.
After the break, record-breaking fundraising and scenes of hope and glory as 1 man conquers his mountain. Alrighty, sports time now with David, and boxing back with a bang in Bundaberg.
It certainly was. Good evening, Paul. Nice to see you again. The prestigious Golden Belt buckle was on the line. We'll have more on that next. And the wait's over. Sunshine Coast Sea Eagles finally snapped their long Q Cup losing streak. You confident young man. There you go. That is tonight in Sport. Paul, back to you.
Thank you, David. All right, stay with us. Hannah McEwen will have the weather details next.
Good evening. It has been a lovely start to the week with plenty of sunshine and little to no rainfall, and it looks to stay that way for most of the week. Let's have a look at some of the temperatures for our regional centres today. In Cairns, we saw temps range between 19 to 25 degrees. A bit of cloud cover rolling into Townsville, but remaining mostly dry. We got to a top of 24 degrees today after an overnight low of 15. For Mackay, temperatures range between 10 to 21 degrees. A bit of a fresh start for Emerald, down to 8 degrees overnight, up to 23 into the afternoon with lots of sunshine. For Rocky, a bit of cloud cover rolling in, but it did remain dry with a top of 23 degrees today. For Gladstone, temperatures range between 9 to 23. In Bundaberg, we saw a top of 23 degrees also today after an overnight low of 10. For Dalby, temps range between 2 to 19 degrees, so a fresh start to the day and similar weather on the way tomorrow. For Maroochydore, generally a dry day. There were a few light coastal showers around through parts of southeast Queensland. A little bit windy outside as well, and we got to a top of 21 degrees for the city. In Toowoomba, temperatures range between 6 to 17 degrees. Now let's have a look at the satellite chart. You can see a little bit of cloud cover rolling into the southeastern parts of the state and also along the north tropical coast, and that's with these fresh and gusty onshore winds. Now winds have been quite fresh across most of the state. It was a cold morning through the inland with some light frost through the south. Apart from that, conditions have been fine and dry today. Now tomorrow we're going to see this high start to weaken, so as a result winds will start to ease across the state. Now we will still see a few showers again through the southeast coast, and a few of the islands as well will pick up a few light showers. For the north tropical coast, where those winds are tending onshore, we'll see a bit of cloud cover and a few light showers as well. Through the inland, some morning frosts are likely again through the southern and southeast interior. So let's have a look now at some of our district forecasts. For the northern areas, a partly cloudy day, some isolated coastal showers, light to moderate south to southeasterly winds, becoming a little fresh from the southeast along the coast. Through the southern areas, we've got a partly cloudy day. Isolated showers for the islands and the exposed parts of the coastline with light to moderate southeasterly winds. We may see a little bit of frost through the inland as well. Those winds will be fresh along the coast and also for the islands. For the southern areas, we've got a partly cloudy day, isolated coastal showers with gusty southeasterly winds and some early inland frost expected, so temperatures will be a little bit cooler than we did see this morning. Let's have a look at tomorrow's temperatures for our regional centres. 18 to 26 degrees for Cairns. We can expect a few light showers. For Townsville, a top of 24 degrees tomorrow with an overnight low of 13 degrees. For Mackay, temperatures range between 9 to 22 tomorrow. For Rocky, a top of 22 and remaining fine and sunny. In Emerald, a top of 22 degrees also on the forecast. For Hervey Bay, 10 to 20 tomorrow. In Maroochydore, a top of 21 degrees is forecast. And for Toowoomba, temperatures should range between 5 and 16 degrees. Have a lovely evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Hannah, and that is it for us this evening from the team. Good night.
Good night.
This has been a Win News presentation from Win Television, Australia's largest commercial television network.